Warning, every installment of the massive JMO review will contain spoilers.
Hello everybody and welcome to part 4 of the massive JMO review. Today I am reviewing Alpha Alert, also known as Event 15 or Trauma in some distributions. This is a film about 3 Army soldiers who are suffering from the effects of post-traumatic stress disorder. They are seeking treatment at a military center in Washington, D.C. when an apparent terrorist attack hits the White House. They become trapped in an elevator with seemingly no way out and no one to help them. If you follow me on YouTube, you have probably seen one of my videos, Jennifer Morrison cursing montage. A majority of the clips in that montage video come from this film. There is a lot of inappropriate language, but it fits the dialogue. It wasn't just put in the script for the hell of it. I really enjoyed her portrayal of Captain White. This is one of my favorite films that she has been in thus far.
A minute. She's going into shock.
The sight of blood, it's her trigger, it's what sets her off.
My God, is she helping him? She broke through it.
I'm sorry. God. Take some breaths, just trying to get some air. I can't do anything. I can't. If I pull it out, it'll kill you. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
I touched on this aspect a little bit before, but I will say it again. Jennifer Morrison is very good at portraying characters that are going through psychological distress. The characterization was believable, real, and sincere. She played this character with the strength of a soldier and the vulnerability of someone who has gone through extreme distress.
Stop breathing like that.
Man.
Stop breathing like that.
Thus making the character seem more like a real person instead of the stereotypical, hard-ass, tough-as-nails army soldier, which we often see too much of in films that depict female soldiers. Another aspect that made this character appear real was, and I don't know if this was intentional for the role, but her body was ripped in this film. Her arms were especially defined. This really added to her looking the part of a strong, active soldier. Overall, considering that the whole film took place in an elevator, it did manage to be entertaining. I've watched it a few times already, and it still holds my interest. I wish there would have been more of the war flashback scenes, not only with her character, but with the other 2 characters as well, to get more of a sense of where they are coming from and a clearer look as to why they are receiving treatment. Also, it would have been nice to have a change of location, by way of these flashback scenes, just to give the audience a break from looking at an elevator and an elevator shaft for an hour and a half. As far as the technical aspects, the film did have some issues. The main one being that the continuity was completely off. In the same scene, every time the camera cuts away from Captain White and then cuts back, her shirt changes. First it is a t-shirt rolled up her arm, then it is a tank top, then it is back to the t-shirt again, and then the tank top. These sort of continuity issues happen several times throughout the film. Another issue I had with this film is that the message of it wasn't executed as well as it could have been. The message did come across very well, but the way they went about exposing the plot twist could have been more climatic.
Wasn't supposed to be like this.
Dr. Andrews? Is that you?
I'm so sorry.
Why aren't you helping us?
You're a doctor. You did it all to help people.
Not to kill them.
Also, there were a few unexplained loose endings and things that did not add up from a logical standpoint. For example, what happened to Blau after she left the building? How were their heart rates being monitored? It is assumed that it is being monitored by the ID tags, but half of the time the ID tags are over their uniforms or dangling as they climb, fall, and fight, which would have diminished their effectiveness. Was someone else sending the text messages, or was Captain White's mom involved in the experiment? Why did Oldsman reposition Diego's body in that way after he died? How was the video message at the end of the video time matched so perfectly with a pause in White's monologue that General Black had time to react and speak to her without getting cut off by her revelation that the video message was pre-recorded and not a live conversation? It is implied that Oldsman's erratic behavior is a side effect of his trial medication. But if that were the case, why was he sent to treatment and given medication in the first place? Wasn't it because of his erratic behavior of releasing a bomb into a group of women and children? I liked this film. I'd watch it again. If you're a stickler for technical perfection, you might not want to watch it because it will probably annoy you immensely. But if that aspect doesn't bother you, and you are a fan of Jen's, you should definitely check it out. It is on Amazon.
When this goes public, maybe then the military will treat its veterans with the respect they deserve. Goodbye.
Alright, that's the end of this video. Please come back next week when I will be reviewing Albion the Enchanted Stallion.